John Welshman, you began the day with a historical perspective. What were the main arguments you were trying to put across?
Well, I guess I was really trying to do three things. One was to show how these ideas of intergenerational continuities have reappeared almost in every decade in a slightly different form, going through really from the 1880s to the present day. And then I guess I was trying to show really how these cycle ideas enter the policy debate and what the consequences of those are for policy development.
Why do you think they keep coming back, and why do they keep coming back in slightly different forms?
Well, I think there's an interesting balance between continuity in the ideas on the one hand, but also some discontinuities, because in a way the ideas are molded by the particular historical periods that they come around in. But I think the main argument I was trying to make really was that it seems to me that they come around not for any reasons of evidence, but really for ideological and political reasons, that the ideas are useful to the policymakers who put them forward.
And what sort of effect have they had on public policy?
I think the main effect is that they've limited the policy debate, often moving the focus away from perhaps wider interventions which might be more about economic and social change. I think they've moved them inside the home, focus on parenting and children, and the thing that strikes me about the current day is the focus on practical help in the home.
You also suggested this isn't just a British phenomenon, it also happens, I think, in North America particularly. Can you say something about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think in order to make my argument that there are this chain of ideas going back to the 1880s, we have to cross the Atlantic at 2 points. First of all, in the 1960s, to the culture of poverty debates, and then secondly in the 1980s, when debates about an underclass actually started in the United States and then subsequently moved into Britain. So I think it seems to me a particularly British and American, the underclass is a particularly British and American concept.
And does this process attach issues of morality to poverty? In other words, does it make it sound as though there's a sort of moral failing in the people who are endemically poor?
There's a clear moral dimension to the debate. It's a debate really about culture rather than about economic change, poverty, environment. I think there's the belief that if only we can make these people behave differently, then in a way we will solve the problem. It doesn't really address the question of why people behave differently, which is really as an adaptive response to the circumstances that they find themselves in.